perhaps with Beatrice Chebet. Underway. Well, meeting record pace 14:18. That would mean going through the first kilometre in 2:52, 5:44 for 2 kilometres. It just depends on the conditions, whether Chebet fancies it. She's certainly got the ability, no doubt about it at all. It's just, can the pacemakers do their job? It'll be Fulton who will take them through the early stages, and then she will pass on to Taylor Werner, who's there in second. But Chebet with Tai just behind her in these early stages.
Yeah, Chris, you know, 14:18 for Chebet. She could run 14:30 pace and then pick it up, but then she'd have company. So I think she wants just a nice steady pace. You know, Tai is the experienced one of the group, but you mentioned Aisa. I really enjoyed watching her over the last couple of years. As you mentioned, retained her title at the World Juniors in Lima, where it was about as cold and chilly as it is here. And you know, she for me is of the bunch of the Ethiopian youngsters who are around, and they've still got some great experienced athletes, and you know, she's got real ability and real talent. But for the time being, Chebet is the one who is looking so good at the 5,000 meters, and is one of the world's greatest distance runners around at this moment. So I do expect, like you say, that she will run that time tonight. But you know, let's hope we get a good race for as long as we can.
68 through the first 400 meters, so that's bang on schedule. Need to be churning out 68-69 second laps to get that meeting record, held by Alma Zayana since 2016, incidentally. In the world record, just for completeness, is just outside 14 minutes, but that is not on the cards at the moment. Beatrice Chebet, their fine runner, only 5 foot tall, perfectly proportioned. Back to the high jump.
Third attempt for Woo Sang-hyuk. Korean will be hoping he could join Tamberi. Oh, it was close. Tamberi and Dorachuk clear at this height. Oh, very close. Certainly his best attempt of the 3, but sadly for him a failure. So just the 2 of them left.
Approaching the first kilometre, 2:52 is what they're looking for. They're on the green lights here. Good pacemaking done so far. Let's keep an eye on the clock as they come through in front of our commentary position here. 2:52.36, so just a little bit extra there by the time Chebet went through. So bang on schedule for meeting record.
Bonnet Nichols we saw go out to 6:43 in the first round. Yapicino 6:80 the lead. Now, that could be a bit of an improvement. Not bad on the board from the American. Such different statures for the women in the long jump. Some not as tall, but quick, powerful. And this is Quenisha Burks. So Quenisha Burks trying to get in the mix here. 6:35 her best so far. Just lost it off to the left a little bit again. 6:56 for her. Almost twisting, trying to hold on to it. This is Jasmine Moore. Saw her last night. Super talented triple jump and long jump. Over 7 meters in the long jump, over 15 in the triple jump. Just checking a run up there. But Burke's 6:56 could be in danger there. It's not 6:80, you can see that. 6:61 for Jasmine Moore. That will move her into second place. Disappointing night for her last night, the triple jump.
Fulton now taking on pacemaking duties. Chebet is there, Tai, and then Aisa leading the way with accompaniment from the band, adding to the atmosphere here. Chebet tucked in there, on schedule for the meeting record. Fulton pairs away. Chebet is out on her own, and in Zurich last week she ran the second half of the race pretty much on her own, just wound it up and wound it up, and she thinks it's just a matter of time before that world record is there for the taking.
Dorachuk First attempt, the bar now 2:31, and he might be realising that Tamberi's warming up to this. Oh, he's got it! Well, that equals his personal best. First time. What a night Oleg Dorachuk is having here in Brussels in the Diamond League final. Laughing away there to himself. Gives it a little bit of a rattle, but stays on. Again, over to you, Tamberi. First time, 2:31. Oh, he's got it, he's got it. I said he was getting better, warming up to the task here. Both of them, 2 attempts to get over 28, both of them. First time over 2:31. They're jumping like twins tonight. They're perfectly matched. Joint first. Everything one does, the other responds. Usually it's been Tamberi. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So the bar will now go to 2:34. Not sure we're expecting that tonight. No, he's texting home, said, guys, it's up to 2:34.
Well, this is really hotting up here, the 5,000 meters through 2,000 in 5:41. So after the pacemaker departed, Chebet has taken it on here and just started to wind it up. That second kilometer was quicker, and they're all strung out, and behind her, not 1, not 2, but 5 Ethiopians, with Tai leading the way. But Chebet has really started to knuckle down here, quite prepared to do the hard work. Over half the race to go without pacemakers and opening up a little bit of a gap, and you can see the field has split, Steve. Chebet has got a little bit of daylight there, and then we've got 4 Ethiopians, and then a little bit of a gap to Wudu.
Yeah, she's just been gradually turning the screw here, and after the 68s, popped down to 67, then a 66 or a high 66. This one might even be a little bit quicker, but it's just that bit of pressure. And it looks as though, although Tai is with the experienced Ethiopian, Tesfaye Naisa might want to try and go past their more experienced compatriot there, otherwise Chebet's just going to keep going away. Yeah, slowed a little bit there, just a tad, 67.6. And that gap is, you know, it's not getting bigger, let's put it that way. Tesfaye is thinking, I'm going to try and get latch onto you here because you're not moving away anymore, and we've still got a chance to hanging in there. Chebet with a little glance behind just to check where they are.
Still 6 laps to go. Her work is not yet done. Aissa then just coming back into the reckoning as well, almost as if she'd heard Steve in commentary. That's a smart move there. So Tesfaye, so they have overtaken their more experienced, the bigger name in Tai, is now back in 4th place. So the 2 youngsters, Aissa and Tesfaye, starting to try and eat into the advantage there of Chebet. So Kenya 1, Ethiopia 2, 3 and 4.
I think Chebet still hasn't really got this winding up yet. She will do. Still a fair way to go, but she's got the gap. It's not getting any bigger, as I said, and hats off to the two young Ethiopians. They're trying to hang in there. 2:49 for that kilometre. It's matching the previous one, but she's just slowed a little bit, 68 for that lap.
8:31 through 3 kilometres, so inside meeting record pace. That mark 14:18, a reminder that stood since 2016. But Chebet with that great range, Olympic champion of course, but the world record holder over 10,000 metres. So she's got the strength and the endurance and the know-how, a great tactician as well. And here Tai on the shoulder, or just on the coattails I should say, of Tesfaye, and maybe the 3 Ethiopians can start working as a group here and try and claw in this lead from Chebet.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's really something that they can manage to do. You know, Aissa is a really good racer. She hasn't yet got the strength to run, you know, sub 14:20, but she's in a private race here. You can see Aissa's more interested in, am I moving away from the other 2? I think she's more interested in being top Ethiopian here tonight, and that in itself is a massive thing. Wasn't selected for the Olympic Games, went off to the World Juniors. There was a lot of contention about who should have been in the 5,000-meter team. But she's got time. She'll have championships in the future. But she's watching Chebet just move away here. Chebet just so strong, so comfortable, nice and relaxed, just keeping close enough to this pace, as you were saying, Chris, to make sure she hopefully gets this meeting record, gets well under 14:20.
It looks very comfortable indeed, doesn't it? She's just very happy, ploughing her own furrow, setting her own pace, metronomically just chalking off these laps. They'll come in front of us again in just a few seconds' time with 4 to go. And that gap is not getting much bigger, but it's not getting any shorter either. So Chebet in control here. And they come in front of the finish line with 3 to go. 1,200 meters then between Chebet and a Diamond League title. That gap is getting bigger. Aissa now comfortably in second, slightly in no man's land between the two.
I was watching that out on the track. Tamberi comes off the high jump. I'll show you that in a second. Walks over. The photographers are not looking. It's the second time we've had this, and almost took Chebet out. They're just looking at Tamberi, not realizing they're in a live arena. Really not good. Thankfully, no harm done.
Well done to Chebet for evading that, what could have been very, very nasty incident. Chebet is unharmed. Aissa comfortably in second place. Tesfaye and Tai, the other two Ethiopians, and then a long way back to Nayaga and Schweitzer from the US. Tanaka is also in there, down in 7th place. Round in front of us again, and then they'll have 800 to go. Chebet and Aissa is rallying well here. I think she's maybe just slightly gaining on Chebet. This is a really gutsy run here from Medina Aissa in second place.
Yeah, heading for something pretty good. Aissa won't be too far away from her personal best, which is 14:16. I think Chebet has wound it up a little bit here, but it's been pretty metronomic, the 68-second laps. But that again was a 68.9, and although Aissa is not going to catch her at all, but she's running strongly and is trying, well, she's definitely made sure she's the best Ethiopian tonight, never a bad thing. But we're watching a great champion here, a brilliant runner, Chebet. Keep moving away, just about her on the clock now. Aissa looking after her own targets now.
Still only 19 years old, remember, so plenty of years ahead. Tai, with all the experience now, is occupying 3rd place. That lead you can see there of 30 meters between Chebet and Aissa in 2nd place. Coming into the home straight for the penultimate time. She'll hear the bell, and now she can step on the gas if she wants to. That meeting record is well within her grasp, 14:18. There is the bell. 13:05 at the bell. She can put in another 67, 68-second lap. It'll be comfortably there. Aissa and Tai in 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, I expect Chebet to get close to 14:10 here. She's stretching. She always leaves something for the last lap. Really is motoring. And hats off to Aissa. She won't be too far from being under 13:20. Be thereabouts. But Chebet has just run a nice solid race here tonight, clicked off those laps, and now just putting on a little bit of a show over the last 200 meters.
Well, the Olympic champion in Paris in her maiden Olympics is on her way to the Diamond League title to finish off what would be a quite brilliant year, which has contained a world record in the 10,000 meters as well, and on the roads. Here she comes, the crowd rise, one of the real talents in women's middle distance running, still working hard, still punching. She's smashed the meeting record, 14:09.84. Alma Zayana's record is gone, it's been buried, and Chebet looks calm and cool and relaxed. Aissa comes through in 2nd place, just outside, I think, her lifetime best. In fact, yes, 14:21 in the end for Aissa. Tesfaye gets 3rd place for Ethiopia, and Tai, the more experienced of the Ethiopians, in 4th to make it Ethiopia 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah, nice last lap from Chebet. She always had it in range and has got that ability to pick the pace up, move it forward. Ayesa, nice run. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why that's come up as a world junior record. We'll just come back to that anyway, because I'm sure, wasn't there an issue about the 14-16? No, I'm sure that was ratified, that one that she ran in London. So I'm not quite sure why that's come up as a world under 20 record, but well done to her as well. It's been a phenomenal season for Chebet, and it's good to see her coming back and running these races as well. Others not here. I think she just set it up nicely for herself. Strong last K, most of it in the last lap. Ayesa was never quite close enough to really challenge. Once she's taken care of her teammates behind, she just stuck to her task well. Tesfaye, the other youngster, with a personal best in third.
Yeah, Chebet's time, incidentally, almost exactly the same as she ran in Zurich last time out. So she's pretty consistent here. Another 14:09. And I think next year that'll be one of her big objectives, to add the 5,000-meter world record to the 10,000.
Yeah, main challenge came from the photographer. Nearly took her out.
Is that Mary Morale?
Mary, yeah.
It is Mary.
Yeah. Winner of the 800 meters last night. Good timing, actually. We've got the men's 800 coming up in a second.